The Family Plan. Is this recent hit Apple TV film really that bad since it's got a new sequel coming out this weekend? Or after it's been 2 years since it came out? Can I prove to the critics that they are completely wrong about this film? Brace yourselves as I review The Family Plan right now. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome again to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. I'm the Big D, and this time around, I bring to you a review of the 2023 action comedy flick, The Family Plan, from Apple Studios, along with Skydance, directed by Simon Cellan Jones, written by David Cogshaw, as Apple and Skydance produced the film along with Mark Wahlberg, who stars in this film, his company Municipal Pictures. The film stars Wahlberg as a suburban car salesman who goes on the run with his unsuspecting family when his secret past as a government assassin is exposed. The film also stars Michelle Monaghan, Zoe Colletti, Van Crosby, Saeed Taghmaoui, sorry if I mispronounced that, Maggie Q, and Ciaran Hinds. The film came on Apple TV Plus, which is now going to be Apple TV, on December 15, 2023. So it's been close to 2 years since this came out. Now, of course, I'm going to go ahead, since it's been about 2 years, I'm going to go ahead and give the story its entirety. So you've been warned if you haven't seen this movie, but I'll still give you the 5 minute warning, though the 5 second warning later on. Excuse me, I got to. Okay, now if you're ready, let's begin. Dan Morgan, an ex assassin who works as a car salesman, lives quietly in the Buffalo suburbs with his wife Jessica and their 3 kids, teens Nina and Kyle, and infant Max. Dan is content with his low key life and dislikes violence, tech, and social media. Meanwhile, Jessica yearns for more spontaneity and, and excitement. Dan and Jessica attend an amusement park for their anniversary, and he has a confrontation when someone takes a selfie with them kissing in the background as a joke, then posts it on social media. Dan walks away, refusing to engage in a fight. Soon after, Dan is attacked in a supermarket while shopping with Max, but easily defeats the highly trained attacker. Afterward, Dan contacts his former associate, Augie, to find out why it happened. He suggests it is Dan's former employer, McCaffrey, and advises Dan to disappear. Realizing the carnival foe outed him, Dan orders a new fake passport for him and his family from Maggie. He retrieves Nia from school, Kyle from a secret game house where he is a popular gaming streamer, and Jessica from work, telling them that they're taking a spontaneous road trip to Las Vegas, where he is Miyagi to collect their new IDs. As they're leaving town, Dan realizes they're being followed. Therefore, their minivan must have a tracker on it. At work, he uses a service bay to find and remove it from the undercarriage. Meanwhile, McCaffrey and his team search the Morgans' home but can't find their destination as Dan has covered their tracks. He drives through the night until reaching Iowa City. Excited, Nia begs them to visit Southern Iowa University as she hopes to follow her boyfriend Trevor there rather than pursue her original goal of attending Stanford. She catches Trevor cheating on her, so Dan teaches her martial arts moves to use on him. During a campus tour, Dan fights another of McCaffrey's assassins and incapacitates him in a chemistry lab before rejoining his family. As they travel, the family grows closer. Arriving in Vegas, Dan plans to tell Jessica the truth over a romantic dinner. The teens are to babysit Max in their penthouse suite, but instead they go down to the HyperX gaming arena in the hotel. When Dan and Jessica return to their suite to check on the kids, McCaffrey's team attacks them. He quickly kills them, shocking Jessica. Heading to HyperX to retrieve the kids, a shootout ensues and the family witnesses Dane kill more assassins. Well, admitting that his real name is Sean, Dan finally comes clean to his family, who are outraged by his deception. He nevertheless gives them their new IDs, telling them that their lives in Buffalo are over. But Jessica takes the kids and leaves the next morning, believing they aren't in danger if they leave Dan. She calls a recent new acquaintance, Gwen, a travel agent who offers to fly them home. On the private jet, Gwen reveals she works for McCaffrey and is Dan's ex girlfriend, whom she is angry at for leaving, handling Jessica and the kids over, well, handing them over to McCaffrey, who takes them hostage in an abandoned hotel. McCaffrey, who is revealed to be Dan's father, threatens to kill them unless Dan accepts his offer to rejoin his team and have no contact with his family. Dan relents, and Jessica and the kids are to return home. Now I'm going to the ending. You must stop this video at once. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below as I count down now. If you have watched this on Apple TV already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. Again, Jessica and the kids escape after Jessica kills their escort and they return for Dan. McCaffrey calls his army into the hotel to kill him. Dan engages the mercenaries with Kyle helping with a drone. Jessica fights Gwen, culminating in Jessica fatally impaling Gwen with a piece of broken bamboo thrown as a javelin from her track and field experience. They head downstairs where Nia distracts McCaffrey from killing Dan, giving Dan a little time to knock McCaffrey out, who is taken into custody while Dan reconciles with his family. In the end, the Morgans return to their lives in Buffalo. Dan now runs a security firm to train clients to better defend against attacks while Jessica coaches high school track and field. They load up a rented RV to embark on a cross country road trip to take Nia to Stanford. End of story. So, what did I think of the family plan? Now, I've only watched this twice. I did watch it like maybe last year or earlier this year, but I must say this film's kind of kind of misunderstood by the critics and what have you. The film really got dissed and what have you. It got it's at a mere 27% on Rotten Tomatoes, where they say heavy on rote action and light on laughs, the film aimlessly imitates an array of films that tell similar stories and often in compelling fashion. Well, that's completely understandable, but it still had a few fun bits and what have you. Variety was hard on this. Sky Lodge called the film a strangely sluggish shoot 'em up, criticizing the script as well, writing that it repeatedly underlines the mismatch between the wholesome white bread family at its center and the hard boiled genre proceedings in which it increasingly embroils them, but with no accompanying sense of giddy absurdism. However, a decent review from the New York Times, Callum Marsh, well, mentioned they praised the director's job in saying that he maintains a good handle on the comic thriller tone and shoots the action with wit and creativity. And wrote that Wahlberg is more charismatic than he's been on screen in nearly a decade. Frank Scheck of the Hollywood Reporter wrote, stretching its high concept but dim results to the breaking point, the film feels like a movie whose best moments were during the pitch meeting, and that to say it's predictable at isn't an insult to predictability. The Guardian's Peter Bradshaw said the script works efficiently and everyone involved sells it hard. There are continuous close up cutaways to that cute and gurgling baby who never cries no matter what happens, but the sheer robotic sheen of the film in the end works against it. Dan's teen son happens to be a super talented gamer, and in fact, the whole movie has a Grand Theft Auto aesthetic. Well, that's understandable, but I really think the film was pretty funny in some parts. Sure, it makes me feel like I'm seeing some other films where someone's led another life and what have you again, like what we've seen with films like Mr. and Mrs. Smith or let's see, uh, Nobody, or yes, even True Lies. But of the whole, I found the family plan to be a pretty fairly good film and what have you. So it's fun and what have you. It might have its flaws, but still it's pretty fun and what have you. I liked the settings in Vegas, which was really something. The college scene was pretty good. And what else can I say? It's not too bad. But anyway, now the score for the film was composed by Kevin Mantley, which was fine. For the cast, we have Mark Wahlberg as Dan Morgan. I've got to say, he's pretty good in his performance. Michelle Monaghan played Jessica Morgan. She's good. Ciaran Hinds plays McCaffrey. He's pretty good. Zoe Colletti plays Nina, and I've got to say, she does a pretty good job. Actually, she had recently appeared in films such as Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark and A Boy Called Christmas. She also made her major film role in the Annie remake from 2014 as the character of Tessie. Van Crosby plays Kyle, not bad. Maggie Q, most people would know her from TV's Nikia and lots of other films. She plays Gwen. I've got to say, it was really surprisingly cool to have her in this. But there's many others and what have you. The rest of the cast isn't too bad. So I'm going to say that while it's not a great film by any means, I will say The Family Plan is pretty enjoyable. So sure, it has several flaws in one of you, but that's hard to explain after watching it twice. So please forgive me. But yes, it does have its flaws though. But I would recommend you give this film a one-time watch. And since it's only been about 2 years since it came out, I did give it a score on Letterboxd. My score for the my score for the family plan is 3.5 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 7. And that's why I gave for it. I didn't do an actual Rim review on there, but that's my score for it. I hope for the best the brand new sequel, The Family Plan 2, which will be premiering on Apple TV this Friday, turns out to be will be a little better because I've only saw just one trailer and nothing else. I think this looks like this might be able to pull it off and be a bigger step up from this. But what did you think of the family plan? Let me know in the comments section below. If you liked this video, consider clicking the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, and you know the rest. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. A really good classic. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing this again. So if you like this, check out my reviews for these other films that have people living a double life that I had just brought up. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of True Lies from 1994. The upper right-hand corner is my review of Mr. and Mrs. Smith from 2005. Or if you like more Mark Wahlberg, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review of The Other Guys from 2010. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc. Then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.